What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about lighting up your display cabinets, and whether you're using a Detolf or a Billy bookcase, these lights that I'm going to be showing you today will work for you. So I did another video a while back showing the lights that I actually use in my Detolfs, and I really like these because they're angled, so they kind of direct the light toward the figure. The only downside to the lights that I use, if you want to call it a downside, is basically a result of the design. In order to be able to direct the light forward, it uses a V shape. So when you look at the Detolf, you can see the silver bar there. Some people may not want that. It might be too distracting for them. It may hinder some of the visibility, and that's completely fine. If that's the case, the lights that I'm going to be showing you today are probably the ones that you're going to want to look at. So they're actually made by the same company that manufactures the lights that I use, but these are not a V-shaped design. They're flat, so they're going to be more slim. The light's going to shine kind of straight down, but because they're so bright, it's going to do a great job of lighting up your display. So I'm not sure exactly where I'm going to be using these. Probably not in a Detolf because I don't have anyone that's not in use right now. I'm thinking I may use them in the bookcases that I have, but I also may end up buying a Billy bookcase. But either way, I'm going to show you what these look like lit up so you guys can see. And keep in mind that these are made with Detolfs especially in mind, so you don't have to worry about the wires being long enough. You don't have to worry about multiple plugs or anything like that. It's only going to be one plug that you need to plug into the outlet. Each of the 4 lights actually plugs into a little control module. So I'm going to get these out of the packaging so that we can take an up-close look at how they work. Alright guys, so this is going to be super simple to use. Basically, what we have here are the 4 lights. And you can see on the end, they have this little plug right here. So the plugs plug into actually this part right here. And there's an inline switch on this wire, so this is what's going to let you turn it on and off. And then you just plug this part into the wall. So super simple to use these. Like I said, you can just take these and plug them right in just like that. We also have the instructions here, and essentially what you're going to be able to do is use some of the tape that they provided here. The tape strips, you're going to be able to put those on the back of the lights and then just stick them up on the underside of the glass shelves if you're using a Detolf, or like I said, if you're using a bookcase. That's going to allow you to just stick it up there with the tape. But if you don't want to use tape and you want a more secure connection, they've also included some little screws in here. So you can take those screws, and there's holes on either side of the light, so that you can just basically mount them in place. So if you're doing a bookshelf or something like that where there's wood, you may want to mount them. Otherwise, peel and stick, and it's a simple process. Now, the control piece also has some tape that's actually already pre-installed so that you're going to be able to peel this off and stick it wherever you want. Now, the thing about these lights, like I mentioned earlier, is that they're really designed with Detolfs in mind. So as you can see, you get a lot of wiring here, and just like the ones that I currently use, you're going to have plenty of wire to mount the lights wherever you want in the Detolf, so you're not going to have to worry about that at all. Good to go. So now let's go ahead and get these lit up so we can take a look at how bright they actually are and try to get an idea of where I may want to go ahead and use these. Like I said, I'm thinking about my bookcase potentially, but we'll see. Alright guys, real quick, I wanted to show the current lights that I use in my Detolf. You can see how far they sit down versus the new lights here. You can see that they're about half the size, so it's going to save you some room. Again, they don't have the V-shaped design, so the lights that I use kind of direct the light forward, whereas these are going to direct it straight down. But they'll still do a really good job. I just kind of wanted to show you guys that, just in case you were wondering. Alright guys, so I turned off the light in my Detolf, and for now I'm just going to take one of the new lights and kind of just hold it up here so you can get an idea of how bright it is. So hopefully that gives you a pretty good idea of the light that you're going to get. This is a bright white as opposed to the warm lights that they also offer. So you're going to get that white, that pure white look. Not too bright, so it's not shining too heavily on the figures and, you know, reflecting back. So a lot of people will definitely like this look. So now let's take a look at the lights that I actually have installed, because these are going to be a bit brighter just because they diffuse the light and push it forward. So you guys can probably see the difference there, hopefully. I'll try to do maybe a split screen or something like that, just showing what the two different lights look like so you can get an idea of the difference in brightness. And here we have all 4 lights hooked up, so you can see they're nice and bright. Hopefully this helps some of you guys out. It's a really good option, like I said, for Detolfs. But if you're going to use these in like a storage unit like I have, just make sure that you do a quick measurement of the place that you're going to put it to make sure that you have enough space to fit this all the way in there. For a Billy bookcase though, you should be fine. So I'm going to put a link in the description of where you guys can pick these up. Thanks again to CEFRANK for sending these out for a review. If you want more information on the lights that I currently use in my Detolfs, you can click the link above or check the description of the video. So thank you guys for watching. As always, thank you for your support, and I'll see you on the next video.